What's going on, MG Nation? It's your boy Ty1281. That's right, 32 teams in 32 days is back. Now I'm gonna start off going in alphabetical order, but just to start off with my favorite team. After this, it's gonna go alphabetical order from Bears all the way down to Texans or whatever it is, Titans. But I'm gonna start off with the Patriots because obviously my favorite team, and it's what I roll with. So I want to show you if you're using, especially the New England guide is the Patriots are the perfect team for it. So I want to show you, a little bit of what I do. Obviously, Brady starter, easy. Now these three running backs, we got a lot of choices here. I have Woodhead as the starter, but these top three guys get all the same amount of playing time. I all split time with them. As you see, 92 speed for Woodhead, great. 86 speed for Ridley, not bad at all actually in this year's game. And then Demps, 98 speed, that's money. And like I said, all three of them get split time. So each one, and they play the same amount pretty much. They each play about 33.3% of the time exactly, to be honest. That's how much I mix them in. And the problem with Demps and Woodhead is the carry rating isn't the best, but a risk reward. I mean, 98 speed. As you see, 673 for Woodhead and 68 for Demps. So not the best carry rating, but it's definitely a risk reward. And again, just mixing it in, Demps and Woodhead are great for draws and for just off tackles and stuff, and really is great for off tackles and draws, everything. And then Vereen, sometimes I'll mix in there too, but not as much as the other guys. And Larson, great fullback. But what I like to do is, if I'm in, I won't start him, Hernandez, but if I'm in anytime Larson doesn't get in the field. If I'm in a I form, a strong pro, Hernandez is going at fullback, Gronk goes to tight end. Starting at the starting tight end. You can put Ridley in there, Bolden maybe but I always play Hernandez at fullback when I'm in a fullback set. At receiver, Lloyd, great outside receiver. Welker is my number 2, but normally if you're not running the New England offense, put him at number 3, because in the New England offense, in most formations, he lines up in the slot automatically, but most playbooks aren't like that. That's just New England because he's the number 2, so in real life, he'll line up in the slot. But Lloyd, great outside receiver. Edelman's usually my other outside receiver, or Slater. And Welker is always in the slot. So if you run like the Houston playbook, for example, or Arizona, whatever, Pittsburgh, doesn't matter, Chicago, put Welker at number 3. But if you're running New England, put him at number 2 because he'll line up in the slot in most formations automatically. Lloyd's good outside receiver. Edelman's good in the slot, but he's pretty much our only other outside option besides Slater. Slater's not bad, 90 speed. Hernandez is my starting tight end. I know you're thinking maybe why Gronk's better overall, but I like the speed by Hernandez, and in general, both of them are on the field at all times, so it doesn't really matter who's a starter there. I sub them in different areas, outside, slot, inside, fullback, tight end, dual tight end, whatever. They're both in the field at all times, no matter what. So it doesn't really matter what the starter is. Visanthe Shenko is great as well, 80 speed, and he'll be my third tight end when I go in the jumbo package. Hernandez, 89 speed, great route running. Gronk, 83 speed, great route running, great catching traffic for both of them. Just a beast. Nate Solder, pretty good left tackle. Like the speed, 73 speed, so we can get off the ball with the 88 acceleration. So we run those toss plays and those counters. He'll get off the ball pretty quickly. Left guard, Logan Menkins doesn't get much better than that. 95 overall, 91 strength, 79 acceleration, not bad at all. Definitely great, really, really good left guard, probably one of the best in the game, if not the best. Ryan Wendell, nothing special here, but it's the best we have. Unfortunately, they cut Copen a little while ago. We're going to have to deal with it, and it doesn't affect us that much because the rest of our offensive line is pretty damn good. Dan Conley, great right guard. He fits in. He builds us together. He puts the offensive line together as well. One of the great pieces of it. And also Sebastian Vollmer. All these guys are great pieces. Obviously, Logan Menkins is the best. But as a unit, they're all, one of the best offensive line in football. You can run it, pass it, do whatever you want with them. And they're going to dominate pretty much all game. Left end now, Jermaine Cunningham. Now, we'll get in a little. I like Jermaine Cunningham there, 82 speed, 88 acceleration. I'm gonna break it down a little bit more. Trevor Scott's a great, if you're running like 3-4 and you need to stop the run, stub him in there. He's great for that. But Jermaine Cunningham for pass rushing situations, and he stops the run. But if he's tired, maybe Scott. Now Chandler Jones, 75 speed, not the best you're thinking, but 93 acceleration makes up for it. He's gonna get off the ball, and he's just a beast. He's an animal. He's just gonna tear you up. He will I mean, he's ridiculous. He's you think 75 speed, maybe he's slow. No, he's getting off his ass right away. With Vince Wilfork, beast. I mean, 96 strength, 95 overall. That's just an animal in the middle. Kyle Love's not bad. You can put Trevor Scott there for a little bit more speed if you want. I'll do that sometimes. Or if you're in like a, you can put like Jones or Cunningham, like if you're in some type of, 2-4-5 even or 2-3-6 flex, something like that. You can put Jones or Cunningham there. But most of the time, if in a normal defense, we'll have Wilfork and Love. Now Hightower, great outside linebacker. He's just a beast. I mean, he's an animal. He can play middle too. Ninkovich a great backup, and Cunningham, if we're maybe like in a 3-4 and we want to rush the edges and put Hightower at middle. Now middle, Spikes is my starter in a 4-3 or in 3-4. Mayo and Spikes are in the middle. I take Mayo outside and I put him in the middle, or Mayo and Hightower, Spikes and Hightower. One of those two guys are in the middle. But right now, like in a 4-3, I've been playing a lot lately in zone primarily. I have Spikes there, but if you're playing like a 46 2-man under with a man coverage, some type of have Mayo there because maybe 85 or Hightower because you need the speed. Spike 74 speed doesn't do much for you, especially in man coverage. But he's a great zone defender and plays the run excellent. So definitely good for that. But if you're in, a 46 or a nickel. If you're in a nickel with 2-4-5 even, I put Mayo and Hightower in the middle, because I play a lot of man out of that. But or if I'm like in a 46 speed, I'll put Mayo in the middle. Now right side linebacker, I have Mayo there as starting because like I said, I've been playing a lot of 4-3 lately, and 3-4. But when I go to 3-4, I'll move Mayo. I'll sub Mayo in inside, and then I'll put Jones right there. That's why I have him backing up. I'll put him at outside linebacker, so he can rush the edge instead of being in a 5 technique or a 3 technique. Now, if you're playing a 46 speed, those guys aren't going to be in the field, but you want to have them on the field. Hightower and Mayo, you want to have them on the field, especially, for pass rushing situations at a 46 speed. You can keep Cunningham and Jones there, don't get me wrong, but you can put Mayo and Hightower on the outside, or Mayo, or just Mayo with Cunningham, and then maybe put. Or what you can do if you're straight up playing pass defense and you're rushing, those guys in the put Jones and Cunningham in the inside and put Hightower and Mayo on the outside. I mean that's 4 straight up beasts on the D line for pass rushing because they're fast, they're quick, and they're gonna get to the quarterback. So 46 speed, think about that. But otherwise, I like to have them outside linebacker. But if you're 46 speed, you want to have your playmakers on the field, and they're not going to be on there if they're outside linebackers. Now, I like to have McCourty starting, obviously. I like to have Dowling at number 2, Arrington at number 3, and then number 4, you can kind of toy around with that. I like to have Sterling Moore there because he's decent. I like him there. Now, free safety, I like to have Malcolm Williams, and the reason that is because he's a great user player for me, 90 speed, and Tavon Wilson is great too, but I prefer Williams lately. I used him last year, so that's kind of why. 90 speed, you can get to the ball, and you can make plays with them in the run game and the pass game, just usually that deep middle. Now, Patrick Chung and Josh Barrett, I mix them up because normally I used to start Barrett, but Chung's pretty good in this year's game, I found, and because I've been playing a lot of zone for now. But once I probably go to a man or a 46, I'll probably put Barrett there because Barrett will play, if we're playing like an inside blitz play, he's 6'2", 88 speed, which beats Chung, because he's faster than Chung, he's taller, and he can cover those big tight ends over the middle. That's the benefit because he's 6'2" and he's pretty fast. So that's why I like Barrett, because that strong safety will cover tight ends if we're blitzing a lot. That's definitely a benefit there. All right, guys. New England playbook. I hope what am I saying? New England playbook. New England depth chart. I hope you like the breakdown here. You want on offense. A lot of people are thinking spread it out, pass the ball. That's not the case at all. Have a balanced attack, guys. Run the ball. Run at 50. Pass 50, run 50. That's what maybe 60-40. That's my scheme right now. I'm running the ball a lot. I'm picking up a lot of yards with all 3 of the backs I told you about. So continue to run the ball and then get those tight ends everywhere. Put those tight ends in all different spots. Fullback, slot, outside, tight end wing, all different things. Move those tight ends around everywhere. Definitely, and then obviously, throw the football with them, and because they're a great throwing football team. Brady's going to make the throws. And as far as As defense goes, play rush those, get some nice blitzes with those linebackers and DNs. You got a lot of talent in that front seven. Will Fork, the two DNs, and the linebackers. And then I would say play zone, maybe 60-40 to man coverage. I'll see you next time, guys. I'm out.